I'm saying, about what somebody thinking about. But oh wow, it's almost that time, huh?
It looks like it is.
Oh dang, okay. Well, we'll talk about Chump later.
Yeah, we'll leave that for a little later. Right now,
Definitely.
it
Got
is
a
right
superstar in
time.
the building.
Yes. Yes, we do. It is time for Sabrina Speaks Tuesdays right here on Middle School Music. Music with an IQ. How you doing, Sabrina?
Yep. What it do? What it do? What it do?
You get it on? Yeah, let me. Yeah, you got us
I
there.
couldn't hear you guys for a little
Okay.
bit. Sorry.
No, it's okay. It's all right. It
Oh,
happens.
I'm loving the hair.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yes.
221 712.
Yeah, I'm digging that right there.
Thank you. Yeah, it hurt a little bit. It actually hurt a lot of it.
Pain is
The
Hey,
beauty.
braids. I love the braids. They're so convenient, but the pain.
yeah,
Is that Patti LaBelle? No pain, no gain. Is
I
that Patti
think
LaBelle?
so.
I think
And
so.
also, they
Yeah,
say pain is beauty. Don't they say that? I thought I
it
heard that.
is. Beauty, you can't.
You are
Yeah.
the fifth person. Y'all only got a missing nail. Sorry.
So,
You are the fifth person to tell me that. And you know what? I may have not had the most Miss Black Texas response to them.
okay.
Because I remember being a little girl and my parents telling me that. My mom, particularly, my mom telling me that. Because my grandmother, she wouldn't be that nice to tell you, oh, pain is beauty, blah, blah, blah. She'd just be like, I spent all my money and hit you in the mouth for crying.
That sounds right. Sound like
Yeah,
my
but my
grandma.
mom, she was one of those people that would be like, pain is beauty. And I remember crying, but wanting to be happy while getting my scalp just, it probably wasn't that
Oh,
bad. I
look.
wasn't over exaggerated as a child.
Hey, did your mama ever use that? Because I used to have hair, right? So did your mama ever use that? Well, yeah, the hot comb, and then burn your ear, and you be like, stop. They be like, stop moving. You be like, come on now, with the hot comb on the stove and everything.
My grandmother, actually, my mom, I don't remember my mom. My mom didn't want to straighten our hair. But when my grandmother got us, she lined all of us up, perms, hot combs, the whole nine. She was from an older generation, so.
Yeah, grandma was on. She was like, just sit there. I smell hair burning, grandma.
Bet not. Like you hit your neck a little bit,
yeah, you better not move.
You're gonna get hit with the other end of that wooden hot comb. Oh, Jesus.
Love it. But family, this is Tuesday, right? So this is Sabrina Speaks, man. And we enjoy having her on all the time. So what's on your bird today? What's on your mind, man? What we speaking about today?
I'm pulling it up. I'm trying to find it right now. I'm sorry. There's been a lot of good news. There's just been lots and lots of good news. So you guys tell me about you. Tell me what's going on. Tell me what happened this day in history. Gino V, go ahead and put me up on some we gotta find something for you to give me, Gino V. Come on.
You look, she was reading my mind, G.
What? Go for it. Yeah.
Look, you were definitely reading my mind on today in history. And this one, it touches it's quite close to me and Gino, or Gino and myself, or Gino and I. Let me proper English that.
Okay.
No, but back, today is the 6th, October 6th, 1945, man. That's when the curse of the Billy Goat happened with the Chicago Cubs, man.
Oh.
Because it was a dude, it was like game 4 of the World Series, and they kicked him and his goat out of the stadium, you know what I'm saying, for the Cubs. So he said,
why did it wait, hold on, time out. Why did a guy have a goat at a Cubs game? Isn't that like
I don't know.
It's a great question. It does.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Was he a Cubs fan? He was the other team's fan.
No, he was
no, he was a Cubs fan.
Yeah.
And okay, so that's logical for them to kick him out. Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, in 1945, who knows what was going on around there? You know what I'm saying? He probably didn't want nobody to steal his goat, or I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But they kicked him out the game, and then he was like, y'all ain't never gonna win nothing. I promise you this and I promise you that. And the Cubs lost. They would always lose. They didn't get to the World Series until what was that, 2016?
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
And this was in 1945, and they called it the curse of the Billy Goat. So people would come around and would have the goats out there during playoff time or try to, do the hex or whatever, you know what I mean? But that's my today in history, because the Cubs ain't go too far. I hope that curse ain't come back. I hope that curse.
Well,
oh God.
It's already been 4 years, so I don't know.
Yeah, but I mean that's better than 100.
No, true this, but it could be.
So that was
you
one
still
thing.
should go back. Like once you make it, you shouldn't spend the next 4 years not coming close.
And one other thing though that is today in history, you know what I'm saying? Way back in the day, back in 1889.
Okay.
Okay, that's
Moulin Moulin Rouge opened, you know what I'm saying? The original Moulin Rouge opened back in 1889, you know what I'm saying?
mm-hmm.
So for those kids that's out there that think, Lil Kim and Pink and all them was and Patti LaBelle, Voulez-vous coucher avec? No, that happened in 1889, and yeah,
that's a remake. We know.
Yeah, but that was it. I mean, that's it in my today in history, man. I normally have, whatever I see fit, that's what I put out. And
that's what's up.
And I think Voulez-vous coucher avec moi? C'est choix.
I used to love that song. I did not know what I was saying.
I bet you did. A lot of us didn't for a long time.
We just knew that somebody knew how to sing it. Not sing it, but sang it to where your parents would even let you, man.
It was tripped out. And then when we was shorties, we didn't even say it right. We was moon to ten na.
Just hit that Szechuan part.
Yeah, that's the only part.
Wow. That ulu and that Szechuan. That was it.
I got a couple syllables right.
All that matter.
Yeah, definitely bad. But Dig, and you wanted to know some other stuff. I mean,
did you do a money tip Monday yesterday?
I didn't.
Oh.
That made me bad.
No.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Okay, so I had a business trip to Miami, and
a nice place.
Yeah, I had to handle
business.
Excuse.
That's a good excuse. Miami is a great excuse.
What?
It was business. I had to go handle business, and
no doubt.
It fell by the wayside.
Sure. Did you have anything you may have wanted to say for Money Tip Monday today on Sabrina Speaks Tuesday?
Got something to say. Okay, so definitely have something to say. You guys, the last day, that too, I didn't want to take away from that, but I didn't even get on social media and say anything. But yesterday was the last day to register to vote. Of course, your Miss Black Texas was a VDR, so I was out there registering people to vote. So now we're at a point where you either can vote or you can't vote. And so now, the next few days, we got to focus on ensuring that everyone is getting out to vote and getting out to vote with an educated mindset. And when I say educated, I do not mean an uppity mindset. No, none of that. I'm talking about knowing if the candidates you are voting for are providing the needs for you. I'm not talking about morals. I'm not talking about values. I'm talking about needs. Are they meeting our needs? So
right.
Definitely, I want everybody to get out and vote. I cannot choose one side or the other. I cannot say vote Democrat. I cannot say vote Republican. But what I can say is vote on the basis of your needs. I know there's always those hot topics, those moral value topics like abortion or religious beliefs or, things like that, gun carrying values. But I want people to think about their day-to-day lives, okay? I want you to think about minimum wage. I want you to think about how some individuals or some candidates reacted to coronavirus, what they did to help you financially as a citizen of the United States. I want you to look at, particularly, and I say this because due to the racial wealth gap, there's a rollout of, what's those words? Symptoms? Not symptoms. One of the symptoms of the racial wealth gap, yeah, symptoms, because the problem is the racial wealth gap. That's a sickness. So one of the symptoms of that is negative interaction with police forces when it comes to African Americans. Think about how these individuals reacted to George Floyd, how they reacted to Breonna Taylor, some of the things that they did to ensure that didn't happen to you as one of their constituents, or to someone that you care for that may be African American. So I really want people to vote educated. Just type in the question and see what that person says. Look at the sample ballots. Let's do that. That's not really a financial tip, but I feel like it is a financial tip. I really do, but it didn't have anything to do with finances.
Well, no, yes, it
Can be.
It can impact your finances, right? If you don't vote for someone that's thinking financially the way you are, then it can
Yeah, that's true.
affect you. I'm sure. Yeah. No, that's a good tip.
100%.
Yeah,
I
definitely
don't
a good
know.
topic, man. And you hit a key point. Know what these people are about. Know their responses to everything that's been going on, because they have been all over the place. So you definitely hit some key things, and it could benefit us financially as well, because you did mention that in there too. So I mean, it's a tough one. It is definitely a tough one.
Yeah, it is really, really tough because let me guys.
Woosah.
It's just so much going on. Pull the sample ballot. Definitely pull the sample ballot. Do your research. Try to go vote early. I don't have nothing to do with finances, but I mean it does. But at the same time, it's like your taxes go to these candidates once they're elected. So you want your tax money to be paying for you and doing what's best for you. What was I about to say though? I had a home. Oh, that was gonna be my money to Monday. It's in my phone. That's why I couldn't think of it. Okay, so my money to Monday for you today is, if you have not received your stimulus check, I do believe you have to October 15th to go into the system, the IRS system, and request it. Because that money, there are trillions of dollars. I wouldn't say trillions, it might be millions, but I'm pretty sure it's trillions of dollars sitting there waiting to go out to people. It's earmarked for you. I really wanted to do something where I go downtown and just like have a bunch of laptops and help some of the homeless like do their stuff, but I don't know what the ins and outs are of protecting people's privacy that way.
Oh, yeah, dig it.
Yeah, but I mean that $1,200 really will help someone who's homeless. Like,
sure. I mean,
you know what I mean?
It would definitely help them. The thing that they're gonna run into, in my opinion, is an address to have a check go to or an account. Even though that those funds are there for them, like in that case, where would they
collect it? Yeah.
Where would they get?
I think I would have to partner with a bank and get them some direct deposits. But then they need identification to open up a bank account.
Right. Exactly. So maybe, that would be good, because
it's like hard.
Yeah. And those funds, like you said, they allocated to them. They allocated to each and every one of us. So, but that is dope. And that's I think a lot of people were dependent on, well, we got homelessness, and where are they going to pick up their things? So when the money, after that date that you said what, the 15th?
I do believe so. I'm gonna double check it right now.
Yeah. So after that date, where do those funds go? Do they go back into, the cloud, so to speak? Like, where does it go?
Who gets the funds when they don't get it? Right.
Yeah, man, that's something. And then you have these companies too, where they were giving funds, and I found this out because my company is one of them, but they were giving funds for individuals like a COVID bank, so to speak. And so many of them are having certain stipulations to where you can't use it unless this or unless that, but they already got this money. So a lot of these companies are out there trying to keep this money from their employees as well. And I definitely saw that firsthand.
Oh no.
What happened?
Why did I think it was October 15th?
Uh-oh.
What?
Guys, it was filing tax returns. That's not it. Guys, it was September 30th.
Oh,
wow. So the funds are back in the hands of the people, not the people, but the people.
The wrong people.
Man, that's I mean, but there's so many other things that that we need to hit on and just help. But we could try to see like what would happen if they weren't in the case that you were saying, you know, like with the homeless people and things like that. So if they weren't able to do it, do you think it'll roll over? Or do you think they'll have some type of extension or something for them?
You know what? I just clicked the link because I'm wondering where I got that date from. November 21st, midnight, deadline to request your economic impact payment. Oh no, you got till November 21st at midnight.
Oh, okay.
If you did not file 2019 federal tax returns, which is most likely someone who is homeless, yes, got an economic impact payment. You did not get an economic impact payment. I'm sorry, I had to go back and read that. And then if you did not register for an economic impact payment already, then use the non-filers enter payment here info. That would definitely be for people who are homeless or have not had didn't have employment in 2019. Check on the status of your economic payment. If I didn't file on the return in 2018 and 19, provide an honest feedback to get your payment. Yeah, so yeah, if you didn't file a 2019 tax return, you can still apply up until November 21st. I wonder where I got October 15th from. Because I looked it up before I left, and that's where I got it from, but I don't know why it's not. That's fine. I mean, it's not fine, but it is what it is. There's nothing I can do about a date.
It's definitely, I mean, it's all right. We'll get it. We'll get
come
it.
To you know yeah, it'll come back.
So like, so with this coming election and everything, we got man, they've been talking a lot about like minimum wage and the different things. Like, what do you see that, like, in your opinion? I know you can't vote on or tell people what side not, but where do you see that going?
I see the problem with, I'm not gonna say there's a problem with people. It's where people are very forgetful of how things went, whether they went good or went bad. They just tend to go back into habit. So my concern is that during this pandemic, we saw what it meant for people to have an extra $600. But I don't think people consider that not very many people got the maximum unemployment. And in Texas, that was $400 and some odd a week. So most people were probably pulling in around the $200 to $300 mark, additional on top of the $600. So they were probably making about $800 a week. And they were making more than what they would have if they were working a full-time job. And with that making more, they were able to provide for their families in a way that they never had been able to. And looking at that, how Congress reacts to that is important. It's important to look at candidates and see if they're willing to place a cap on rents, because
that'd be perfect.
Yes, it would be perfect. A cap on rent and a cap on or increase the required amount. I wonder how you would say that when you're dealing with social welfare programs. A lot of people think that welfare programs are bad and negative. I think that they're only considered negative because people demonize people living below the poverty line. I think we have to reconsider what that poverty line really means, because, you know, you can only make a certain amount, and once you make a certain amount, they then take away that particular incentive that helps you be able to feed your kids, or the TANF. What's the other thing? Not just food stamps. What's the other thing? WIC.
Yeah.
You know, they take away all those things. And it's like, okay, imagine if people had a true opportunity to live. And I consider that a true opportunity because now I'm able to use my finances to pay my rent, provide healthcare for my family, invest in our mental health, be able to pay for childcare, be able to actually go after a competitive job and educate myself. All of those things are possible. They're really, really possible when your pay is really adding up to your living cost. You know, and people always say, oh, well, people could just go get more skills and this, and that. When?
I mean,
when? Before or after you're trying to put food on your table? Before or after you can't even pay it? I heard so many stories of people with $600 car notes.
Right.
I didn't even know that was like a thing. $400 car notes. Back when I had a car note, I was 19, 18. My car note was $200.
Yeah, see, that's that's a lot.
You know, yeah, it was. Well, it was like $197, and then with my insurance, I was running at like $220, $230.
Yeah.
And I think it's because my sister had added me onto hers. But it's just like, what? $600?
Like, why would you do that? You know what's crazy? Speaking on what you just touched on, man, is the system, the minimum wage, the welfare, and the price caps that they have for you to receive assistance is crazy. And it's been drilled into lower income families to try, because they know that they need this to survive. You know what I'm saying? So to not go above what that is, you know what I mean, what that cap is, to get your food stamps, to get some people even get cash, to get your WIC. And it was even something that I watched that they stated, they told when they built the projects, you know what I'm saying? They said, you cannot have a man in this house and we'll give you everything that you need. You know what I'm saying? You can't have the father in the house. We'll give you everything you need. And so many people have gotten used to that. And it's like generational. It's a generational curse. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So,
that's because welfare was originally built for women who had lost their husbands due to war, I believe. Right? So it was supposed to prioritize them above everybody else. But when times changed, maybe, and I'm going to say maybe, I'm not going to, damn, it's like Texas is so hard sometimes.
Where do you? You got it.
Over time, the agenda changed. The agenda transformed into maybe a certain demographic, and helping push an agenda that necessarily is not healthy, you know? That's problematic, that there's a possibility that because you have a man in the home that you should not be living underneath the poverty line. Now, hypothetically, would that be the best situation? Yes. But how probable is that when there is a racial wealth gap? One. Two, your minimum wage, a week's worth of minimum wage doesn't even pay the average rent in Texas. Minimum wage is what, $8.25? $7.25? One of the two.
Illinois, it's I think now 12 or something like that.
Oh, y'all are doing good.
But then the cost of living
But
is
the cost of living
too.
is
You know what I'm saying? Like,
so it's probably equivalent in that retrospect,
Yeah.
because our rent price average is $900 for Texas. So if you're making $8.25 an hour and you're working a full 40-hour week and you have two people in the home working a full 40-hour week, how much are you making? Y'all, where your calculators at?
Oh my
look,
What?
I said,
Let me see your calculators. Y'all know when y'all talk to me, you're gonna need them.
Look, I got one in my phone somewhere, and that's messed up. We got calculators in our phones now.
My phone ain't
No,
set
I
forward.
keep physical calculators. So
You know what? I'm
40-hour
gonna be like
week.
you. I'm finna call my son in here, tell him, bring me that Texas instrument.
I want to say that's wrong. Hold on.
You said
8.25.
8.25 times 8, right? So
Times.
that's done.
You could do 8. You could. I wanted us to do 40. 8.25 times 40 equals 330. So times 2, you got 2 people in the house every week. They're only bringing in $660.
Yeah. What is that?
So in a full pay period, they're bringing in a little over $1,200.
In the state of Illinois, it's $8.25 an hour, but in Chicago, it's $10 an hour. But you still can't live off that. Rent prices are ridiculous. I think a studio in Chicago is like $1,000 a month. That's a studio apartment.
Yeah, which is nuts. You know what I'm saying?
Oh no, yeah, I lied. In Texas, it's $7.25 still.
Damn.
See, look, it's way. And then the crazy thing is they do with the what? I mean, they sit back and expect you not to. I mean, you need this support and send these people through all of these hoops and everything to get it. And it's like, come on, man, you see what I'm doing? I'm working, and it's just discouraging. And don't nobody really understand it. Like nobody in the higher ups. That's why it is important for y'all to vote, as you said, and reach out to these individuals, man, for real.
How much does a Congress member make?
Uh-oh.
Hey, well, look, hold on.
Before all the tariffs and all the deals, or after?
Let's just talk about before.
I thought their salaries are technically like hardly anything. It's where they get their money with endorsement deals and stuff. Isn't that how they do it?
Most of them, yeah.
Right.
But that's what they say.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, you're still probably gonna have things like what do you call it? Travel money, different things like that. Something to pretty much help you like actually live.
Yeah.
Compensation, benefits, allowances, selected limitations, page 1. Let's go there.
Mm-hmm.
Like I remember when
they get an allowance.
Yeah.
I need that in my life. What is about 12 stacks, 15, 50, what? I definitely need that in my life, but man.
I ain't had an allowance since I was maybe like 12.
Man, I ain't never had an allowance.
12.
And I was sitting up, I had to look it up because my son was asking for one.
Believe me, I got a lot of IOUs. It wasn't like I was really getting by.
My grandmother used to actually give us allowance. I won't lie. She did.
I was told I had an allowance, but I never saw it.
I think she could have did a better. You were supposed to get one. You never saw it.
Right. I was told I had it and that I was working toward it, but I never got to see it.
Dude, you know some crazy stuff is my grandma, my auntie, them, they used to be like, I'll give you $1, you scratch my hair. I don't
really?
Scratch. I ain't never got. They used to tell me to part it, do the scratching. They still owe me dollars. If we add interest, I'll be a millionaire right now.
So they get money. Oh wow. So they get money. The maximum annual salary for employees of committees as revised in 2009 pay order is $172,500 for up to 3 staff members only. So I guess the different positions you hold within the Senate or the House of Representatives will pretty much say how much more you get paid. But it looks like there's pretty much a cap of about $170,000 to $160,000.
Okay, well, still a nice salary.
That is nice.
Yeah, that'll get you a lakefront apartment over here in Chicago for sure. At a nice.
But then you have to think about it. You also, when you're in those types of positions, you're also going to receive a lot of favors. Like, not implying, I don't want to give any negative implications, not implying that, oh, they're bribed or something like that. But you do get a lot of incentives when you go somewhere and you say, okay, well, such and such wants to stay here. Just like a celebrity, such and such wants to stay here. This is the amount we're willing to offer. Will you take it? Of course, you're going to take it for that advertisement opportunity.
Of course. Yes. I mean, who wouldn't? You know?
Yeah, it just makes sense, you know.
Right.
What is this? Senator representing a state with a population under 5 million to 4 million for a senator representing a population of 28. Oh my God, these numbers are crazy. Wow, these numbers are crazy. So they get paid and then they get their allowance. And I think that allowance is what's really.
Yeah, I'm sure it helps.
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah.
Look, I'm about to run for office. So I need $100,000 allowance and everything else. But no, like
Speaker of the House makes $100,000.
Look at old Nancy. Old Nancy Pelosi, 200 in there.
Getting paid.
That's why she talking
123,000.
But no, you know what? I honestly, because I've seen so much stuff that I feel like needs to happen. I want to write my name in the ballot on a ballot one day and just go.
Do it. I'm like, Gino, do it.
Let's see how many votes.
My grandfather has tried to convince me. I just haven't went for it.
Why not?
Do it.
Hey, look, y'all gonna see me. I'm gonna be the only one that don't got a suit on or nothing. I'm gonna have my middle school music gear on. But I think people need to they want to have somebody that is just like them, because you see so much fake stuff in politics now. Like, these people aren't you, not from your neighborhood. You know what I mean? Like, so I guess I will. I'm gonna write my name in.
Yep. These ain't the people from your neighborhood.
I keep unplugging this doggone thing and can't nobody see me because of it. Oh my gosh. Okay. I think it's man, here's the thing. I'm trying to find the most professional, non-biased way to say this, but I said earlier that we have to stop looking at morals and values and look at needs, look at who's meeting our needs. Because like you said, people want to see people who are like them in office. And so there's always this big focus on morals and values. And just because someone has a particular value doesn't necessarily mean that they act on those values.
Right.
And so I have yet to understand how people are using that as a basis to their voting.
What, the more?
Yes, you don't want people who are discriminatory or, have any discriminatory factors to them. But when you start talking about religious factors and things of that nature, different beliefs can support different values. The same belief system can support slavery that can support equality.
Right.
Do you get what I'm saying? So I just find this big concern there I just find a big concern.
No, I mean, it's like, because one, everybody is not gonna have the same beliefs or values. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, religion, you could be like, oh, he's Christian, he's Muslim, he's whatever. But the other side of him is with, okay, it's only me type of thing, only my religion, my culture type of thing. So I mean, you have to find. I think that you have to find something in the individuals, or a few things in the individual that at least touch on what you feel you want in the community. You know what I mean? Not just
Mhm.
going. I mean, not going off of these commercials and everything like that. See exactly, and you touched on that too. Is know what they're doing. You know what I mean? Go out. I mean, research them and see what they've done. What were their answers to certain questions, and what have they done in regards to those questions? So, I mean, it's a lot, and a lot of people I don't think would they get overwhelmed with how much it actually takes. You know what I mean?
It's I think it's important to know what they have the power to do too. I like I feel like a lot of people who I feel like a lot of people who vote don't understand what these positions can and cannot do too. You
Yeah.
know, like
Yep.
so everybody's looking to the president for your minimum wage to be raised, or everybody's looking to the president for when it comes to gun laws in your state. It ain't got nothing to do with them. That's your congressman.
Yeah.
And every vote counts on that. And nobody, I'm not gonna say nobody because obviously people are voting, but nobody understands that that's what they do. They don't understand that the attorney general and that these judges are being voted in and they have the power. Bless you again. May prosperity come to you. They don't understand that those are the problem factors, and that's because the rhetoric is turned to the presidential elections, to someone. If I was a congressman and I wasn't about doing the right thing, or if I was a congressman and I wanted to ensure no one really noticed me, I would point look at my head. I would point all of the attention over to somebody that doesn't necessarily have the power. That's why parties are such a big thing. And it's like people kind of fail to realize that, well, yeah, parties actually stem from Congress. But why does the president need a party when they don't really have very much to do with your everyday living? They really don't. They jump in when people's constitutional rights are being affected, or they need to go represent you at in another country. You know, that's what they are. They're figureheads. So when we're talking about the president, but it's like everybody's paying attention to this. It's kind of like a magic trick. If you're watching this hand, you don't know that this hand is over here grabbing the money out your purse, or this hand over here is taking away your health care, or this hand it's kind of sickening.
Yeah, it's how they portray it too. You know what I mean? Like you don't get as much on TV, and people we are visual. You know what I'm saying? Or audio, auditory. Like we hear, we think about what we see, but they don't do it for your aldermen. They don't do it as heavy for the local individuals. So a lot of people don't know what you just said about your governors, your local aldermen, this district, that district, because they don't see it and they don't hear it. You know what I mean? The only time people see or hear anything is a few days before the election. Then they might see them out there. They might see this, but with a presidential election, it's like, okay, well, this is the main one, and we need to educate ourselves more in every aspect of government, because I think we lost it. And we play a song, and I know you heard it, which is the Yellow Pain. My vote don't count, and he breaks it down the way it should be broken down.
I was gonna ask for that to be the song of the day, you guys. I swear.
We can play it again.
Look, we can still play it. But no, that is, I mean, he hit some key points in that song, and we lose it as we get older. You know what I'm saying? Message. And I don't know. I mean, how would you think? How do you think, or what are your thoughts on bringing it back to the basics, so to speak? You know what I mean? How can we re-educate somebody whose mind is already stuck in their ways? You know what I'm saying?
mind isn't stuck in their ways. It's not stuck. I don't think anybody's mind is stuck unless they choose stuckness. I think it's important to just disseminate constant information. Like we were talking about last week, maybe somebody creating a site where you have particular questions and you reach out, like it have to become the site. But, basically they ask particular questions in regards to how do you feel about this? How do you feel about minimum wage? What have you done in regards to increasing the minimum wage federally? Because it's like, these questions are never asked. And then I was at a pastor's luncheon today for the State Fair of Texas. And we were discussing some of the ways that, I have to stop using these fillers. We were discussing the ways that voting could be more effective and we could get people out to vote, and also how to educate them. We talked about handing out sample ballots. One of the things that I suggested was on these sample ballots, next to, at the top where you have what the position is, place what this position can do in layman's terms. Their job credentials, their job requirements. Like they're required to do A, B, and C. They have the power to do A, B, and C. If they're an incumbent, this is what they have done in regards to their power. This is what they have not done.
Right.
Stop. This is not to say, that Congress members should be doing this. That this is not to put, well, they accepted money from A, B, and C, and they did this for A, B, and C.
Right.
Endorsements are endorsements, and I don't agree with a lot of the things that some individuals in public office do. But what I do understand is that people have no idea what the powers of these individuals are. But you know who does? Businessmen. People who own businesses understand, so they put their money into backing them.
Right. That's
But catch this, those businesses cannot vote for you. Like, do you get what I'm saying? Like, there's only a CEO, a CFO, and whatever other position you create. That's not enough votes to get these Congress members in office. That's not enough votes to get a council member in office. That's not enough votes to get a judge in office. They're just average. They have more opportunity of advertisement because they have this money, because people are not educated on what these positions can do and what these people in these positions have done in order to advance the people.
Yeah.
And it's a very unfortunate reality that people in general feed back into what feeds them.
Yeah, that's true. And
that's an unfortunate reality.
Excuse me. But you did hit on, I love the idea of having, what this position entails, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. What they can and can't do on there. That's dope. On a sample ballot tip.
In layman's terms, right?
Yeah.
In layman's terms.
Yeah. You can't be saying he allocated the reprimanded funds to the denotation. It's like, just say he had to get the money back. That's the easiest.
Yeah, right.
Just say he put over half of the budget. Say he put over half of the budget into the police force having more weapons. Just say it. Right. And that's not going to come from government entities. By no means is that going to come from government entities. That's going to have to be just somebody that just wants to put it out there. I want to do it. Should I do it? I don't know.
Yeah,
but it needs to be.
I want it to be on the ballot. So you told me to go ahead. So go ahead.
Why not?
There we go. So
I think that's so important.
It is.
It's so important. I'm always in some rooms with people that are highly educated. Not that I'm not a highly educated individual myself. However, there is a piece of me that grew up in Wooders Hills projects on East Side and on Fair Street on East Side, who while being a smart young lady, I understood go down yonder and get the broom.
Right.
If you dot that dough, I understood that that dialect. And so to me, it's all about being able to communicate.
Yeah.
And if you're communicating above people's understanding, you had no intention of that individual having an understanding.
So what I think the thing is perfect with you. You know what I mean? Because I mean, you are intellectual. You can speak on a different level. You understand what I'm saying? And you could also be, you know, you could talk to somebody in the projects. You could talk, like I said, you could tell them retch around and grab that. That's my grandma. Retch around. You
better pick that back satchel up. You better button up your blouse.
Yeah.
Like,
get out there. My grandma still, look, she used to tell all the time, you cannot go outside, tell my aunties, can't go outside without your slip. Like, she would be on.
Oh my God.
Yeah, but I say that to say this. You are in the room with people of power. You know what I mean? You can speak to them on their level and also speak to another individual on another level. You know what I mean? I call that being a chameleon, because we can blend into any environment and still get our point across. You know what I'm saying? And with you touching elbows with these individuals, that's a great thing. And you could just, you could move around the way you move around.
That's
true. Good. I think it's good. Message. Yeah, thank you for the message, Dina. Yeah.
Message.
Honestly, I think it's good.
I just heard message and it made me jump.
Oh, cuz that's what I was just giving you, a message.
Okay.
I have a lot of movie quotes that I use to emphasize certain aspects of the show, and that's one of them. Along with
why not? That's the fact, Jack.
So yeah, there's a few.
It's definitely a few. Man, but I think that with you being in the position that you are in right now, you could touch so many different demographics, and people will listen, people will understand it. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
See?
This is scaring me.
That's from Trading Places. Shout out to Eddie Murphy.
Yeah, look, you gotta give him his.
Good movie.
Yeah, man. So, but no, I love every minute of what you're saying and where your mind is with that. So next time when you in the building with them, look, this is what we need to do. They're gonna be like, okay, they'll listen. Like, I look at it like this: if you could reach if you in a room full of people, one of them listen, then that's good. One of them take heed to it, that's good, because everybody ain't gonna pay attention.
True.
That's true.
And so if you put it out there, like we say, a closed mouth don't get fed. We could think about a lot of stuff all the time, but
yep,
you know, who knows?
That's the fact, Jack.
Go ahead with it. See, don't say it.
Fact, Jack.
Gino D, you gotta talk. You are not engaging in conversation with me.
You're doing a great job. There's I was, I try to slip mine in. I know Stamp, I let him take the lead because he does primarily have the majority to say, but I don't mind. I was trying to get some stuff.
Be quiet now.
No, see, I didn't want you to do that, but nonetheless, yes, let's engage. So well, you did say the song of the week is My Vote Don't Count. We've been talking about that heavily, and I'm letting you take the lead. You know what I'm saying? We got the other 3 hours. We letting you take it. It's just always
great time.
I just like all the history and the knowledge that we're getting. Honestly, every Tuesday you're bringing something different. I really do appreciate that. If I got to say something, I do. It's making me go in and read more about things too, because I'm one of those people that you speak of that doesn't understand, of course, every position in politics and what they do. And so I try to at least get some knowledge before I hit that voting booth in a week or two or whatever it is. And I don't want to go there without that education, as you say. So yeah, no, definitely been looking into these people out here. I've gotten to meet the state's attorney for my county. Real cool dude. We had a nice long conversation back in July, just randomly in the parking lot. Buddy came up to me, and it was an event, but he didn't have to talk to me. You know what I mean? He did come by, shake my hand, and or fist bump. We were doing the whole COVID thing. I don't want anybody to get the wrong idea, but we were safely distancing and talking. And he came up to me at the end of the show. During the event, I understood why he was coming up to me, because he was getting the publicity. But at the end of the show, everything was packed away, and I was sitting there and having my usual celebratory good cigar when I'm done doing a good event or a good show. And he just decided to go ahead and engage in conversation. So I really took that, to heart. Definitely look into him. And I don't know, I'm not saying if I'm voting for him, but definitely made me go look into him and appreciated that conversation, that interest in what my son does along with me, because my son does this too. And a lot of people are really intrigued by that because they don't see too many fathers with a 16-year-old son right next to him sharing in the I don't know, I guess in the aspects of what I do. So, but no, so he really did speak on that. He really did touch on family values, things like that, which I correct me if I'm wrong, of course, but the state's attorney is the one who prosecutes your ass when you get in trouble. Am I not right? Or he is that correct? Yeah, because
they have control over what charges can be brought up.
Okay, right. Kind of like Kim Fox for Chicago. This gentleman is the state's attorney for my county in Lake County, Illinois. So, yeah, he's going to be the one determining exactly those charges. So, yeah, I'd like somebody competent behind the wheel of that ride, and definitely appreciate that family value, that core value of not just trying to lock away criminals, but dissect rather what may be needed to change the course of a mind or of a certain person so that they don't continue to go down the same roads, and then you just perpetuate the system. So yeah, I definitely like that. But yeah, so thank you for bringing that knowledge every week. And of course the finance stuff, I never was taught how to pay my bills correctly. I had to do that for myself, especially when it came to touring and managing money young. I was a young man touring all over the world and having to pay salaries. And it was like, these grown people are looking at me. So I had to learn fast what it meant to lose out or to not have the right amount of funds available. So it was definitely interesting on what we did, how we did it, especially Stamp and I coming from the areas that we came from. Our parents didn't have a lot and didn't have much to teach us because they didn't have it, and no one even told them. So I could see why my mom got in credit trouble, my grandmother got in credit trouble. They weren't taught, and I guess maybe too, not just to defend it, but they also didn't go look. And so knowledge, I know, is key. So there you go. But yeah, thank you for all the knowledge that you bring every Tuesday, and for using our platform as well, because you kind of a star. You know what I'm saying? I mean, shit. I ain't gonna lie, Miss Black Texas USA 2020. I don't know how many people could say they know Miss Black Texas or Miss Black Indiana. I mean, like, how many people know those people? I'm 40 years old. First time I've ever met one. So thank you. And appreciate you bringing that on here, because not too many people these days are even trying to give like good knowledge. They're spreading these what they think is knowledge without researching it first. And I don't know if they mean to. I don't think everybody means to confuse you. I know some people do it on purpose, but I just believe that if we have more of these things out here for people to look at and to listen to, maybe they'll understand that, oh shit, I'm not making the right decisions. I thought I was, right? You may think you're doing it and you're like, nah, this is what I was told and I follow that. But wait a minute, oh shit, that's wrong. Oh, let me switch. And then come to find out all this time, damn, I could have been doing it this way and saving this money, or my family could have had access to this, or whatever. And that's where that knowledge is key, because I've gone through some things where I find out later, hey, this was available, right? No, I didn't. damn, oh shit, there goes all them years I missed out. So yeah, the knowledge is key.
I have some good news though. So the financial information is about to get real savvy. So the city of Houston this year started a 20, was it 555? Okay, I'm gonna make it fast. Yeah. The city of Houston started a, what do you call it? They started a financial empowerment center at the beginning of the year. However, they allocated a whole entire budget to it. However, due to COVID, it has been very remote. And so the word hasn't gotten out. Okay. I recently was just selected to, I was selected to pretty much be like their ambassador. So,
look at you.
The financial education is about to, I just went off. So, it's a pretty awesome opportunity. And I think you guys already know that I am an ambassador for the ATS University, which is a business university from a guy in Galveston, actually.
Well, I'll be
trying to help
I
100,000 people become millionaires.
And I will have some stuff to talk to you about because I'll be taking some grant writing classes this week. Yeah, I'm gonna learn how to do it for myself.
Do it.
Yeah.
Do it.
Oh yeah, it's already in the works. So yeah, once I get them classes done, I'll be hitting you with some like, so how does this work that I learned?
I'm about to learn about the grant writing process too. So that's part of me working with them, is them teaching me stuff that I don't know, you know? So I'm excited. I'm probably gonna learn from you. Man, hey, I'm gonna come in with my Q&A.
We can learn from each other. Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And I'm gonna just take notes off y'all notes.
That's 13 things, sir. You know
so
it.
I'm super excited you're taking this grant writing course. Who are you taking your grant writing courses? If you don't mind me asking, who are you taking yours through?
She's here, let me pull up the email. They sent me all her credentials, excuse me, and she has quite an extensive background. Oh shoot, I'm sorry, here. Let me grab this email. Her name, excuse me, is Yoki, but she's got extensive background. I mean, they didn't put the dates, but they put like the foundations and the amounts that she's done. And I can just tell you, one of them is for a like Wells Fargo mortgage company, $1.4 million. She's helped churches get over, she helped a Silver Sergeant youth program get over $5 million.
I need to work with her.
And then it goes all the way. I mean, she even put down the ones that were only like 1,000, 2,000. I mean, just to show that she does, you know, help
different amounts.
Yeah, exactly. She's not just a certain, you know, she doesn't just stick to like a certain amount or like a certain cause. But no, she definitely helps. And she has, I guess this is her own private thing that she does. We're gonna do it. I believe we're doing it by Zoom. There's a few of us that are going into the class together, but yeah, I mean, I have her information. If you'd like to reach out, I can forward you her information.
No, I want you to teach. I want each one to teach one. I want you to teach me.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
no, consider it done. Yes, no doubt. I'm not learning this information to not share it. That's for sure. I agree with the same motto. If you learn, turn around and teach the one behind you, the world would be such a better place. So yes, I plan on learning and I plan on sharing. Yes, because why not?
Make a flight up to Illinois.
Yeah, that'll be a good excuse to come out. That'll be a great excuse to come out, come to the station, F.M.P, do an appearance. Yeah, and then we'll learn some numbers and some finance tips. And yeah, that'll be awesome. Great idea.
I'm excited. Gino, what city are you in? Are you in Illinois too?
Yeah, I'm right outside Chicago. It's a small town called Volo, but it's Lake County, Illinois, right outside Chicago. Stamp's the one in Georgia. He's in.
Are you in Atlanta?
Yeah. Well, let me say this. I mean,
I have a business trip planned to Atlanta.
okay. Well, look, reach out because I'm about 30 minutes from downtown. You know what I'm saying? So let me say because I hate people saying they from Chicago and it's like the outskirts. So I'm
Yeah.
in Lawrenceville, Georgia, which is about 30 minutes from downtown. And depending on which way you go, you'll be in Atlanta in 15, you'll be in Atlanta in 20. So yeah. And speaking of this, I would definitely.
You guys are my next 2 business trips. It's official. I already know I'm going to Atlanta. So Illinois is you next?
Yep. On deck. On deck.
That's what's up. And you know what I just heard? Like on another Illinois just took Georgia off of the no fly. Like we can come to Georgia. I mean, we can come to Illinois now, G.
Awesome, man. All right.
Oh man.
Yes, we could finally do an event together instead of
Yeah.
on Zoom.
Like for real. I mean, definitely. But Sabrina, whenever you down here, man, just hit me up. You know what I mean? We could set something up because I would love to meet you in person. Like G said, I said I wasn't talking, but but like G said, man, I mean, everything that you put out, it is knowledge, and a lot of people don't give that knowledge. You know what I mean? And we love every minute of it. So I'm super grateful, super humbled that you even decided to do this with us, man. That's really
Yeah. Lady K Lady K on YouTube says thank you for the information on the ballots when we were speaking about that earlier. So they're listening. They're listening.
yeah, man. Hold up, your mic is muted, man. I can't hear you.
There we go. It should.
Mute. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
The guy is cutting the grass outside, so I kept muting so that y'all didn't have to hear it.
No worries. We always listen.
Lady K, I'm so happy to be able to give you that info. Y'all, please vote educated.
Yes.
Please educate.
Hey.
Y'all look up Beyonce and Jay-Z all the time. Surely y'all can look up a Russell Foster or a Sean McCaffrey or Lulu Cycli. Those are all on the voting ballots, y'all.
That's the fact, Jack.
That is so true. They'll look up all the gossip. Go look up some gossip that will affect your pockets or your area, your roads. Yep. Do it.
Your minimum wage that nobody is trying to change because we the people are not enforcing the change.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to have an apartment in Texas because I just got the rates for Chicago, and a studio apartment. The bottom 25% pay $935. The top 25% pay $1,575 just for a studio, and the median is $1,250. So it's just for a studio. That's no bedroom. You know, everything's in the same room. Yeah.
That's making my chest hurt.
Yeah, trust me, living in Chicago isn't what it's all cracked up to be, unfortunately, because we have some pretty high prices here. We need that cap like you spoke of earlier. There is no rent cap here. They can charge whatever they want. And I once was with a landlord on golfing. I'll make it quick. He told me that he raised the price on his 1 bedroom to $1,700, and I'm like, "What are you doing? That's hard for anybody to afford with these places." Well, everyone's doing it, so I went, okay. See, that's why we need someone to tell you guys where to stop because they just won't stop.
You just keep going,
right?
And I mean, you can't be mad at people for being capitalist, but in a capitalist society, let me just back up. One of my biggest mottos, and I think I've expressed this to you before, is increase my income, decrease my expenses. There is more than one way to do that, y'all. It's more than one way. Voting is one of those ways. Increase your income by pushing for a higher minimum wage. Decrease your expenses by pushing for rent caps in certain areas. Of course, different areas probably have different caps. That goes along to say with the process, but there should be a cap. And if we're not asking for that, no one's going to do it. Right. We're not holding people accountable for it. No one's going to do it. So that's just my opinion. We can get to the song of the day before I get to preaching.
Very true.
Good Lord's word.
But I mean, I feel you on that. Like, I hate the fact that every year they try to raise your rent, but don't do nothing in the apartment. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Don't upgrade nothing. Don't do this and do that. So why are you raising my rent if you have done nothing in this apartment?
Because people have to have somewhere to live, and it's a necessity.
Yep.
And they know that, and people take it, and there are individuals and businesses out there who take advantage, and that's unacceptable. It's unacceptable. People renew leases because it's convenient for them, and other individuals know that people are living their everyday lives and they don't have time to pick up the pieces and move. They know that. So you're going to pay whatever's offered to you.
Right.
And that's unacceptable.
That is true.
You got a point, man. Golly.
The earrings say it all. The earrings say it all.
These are my
the truth.
You know, I'm working on speaking truth to power. These are my earrings. I'm a Melanin co-ambassador, but I might have to drop.
Oh, wow. Look at that R. I love it.
See?
Look, if you can see this.
I know.
Hold on. Let me take this off. Look, I don't know if you can see that.
Oh, yeah.
I love that R.
Let me see. Oh, the eye.
The eye. Yes. Love it.
That's dope. Of Ra, right? Isn't it Ra?
Yes.
Ra.
The eye of Ra.
Yeah.
Okay, we getting deep, y'all. I got a 6 o'clock meeting.
Oh, nothing but death will keep me from it. Okay.
All right, y'all. I'll see y'all again next week, and I promise to do a Monday to Monday between now and then. I promise.
No worries. Thank you so much. Good luck with everything. I know you're busy. Be safe out there, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah, we definitely finna hit them with your song, My Vote Don't Count, Yellow Pain.
Right, that's right. All right, that was Sabrina Speaks Tuesday. It always goes so fast, doesn't it, guys? But thank you so much to Sabrina for coming on and giving us all the knowledge that she does. We appreciate it always. And like she said, My Vote Don't Count is her favorite for the week. So that's what we're going with. We just played it not too long ago. You guys know we've been playing this for like 100 and some shows now because we've been preaching.
Yeah, it's been out for a minute.
Yeah, exactly. It's been out for a hot minute. We have been playing it like crazy. So we're going to play it right now. Let's do it. But thank you so much. Be safe, and we'll see you next week. Sabrina Speaks Tuesdays, guys. Get your questions ready. Let's go.
Enough electoral votes, more than 270, more than enough to become the 44th president of the United States. He will be the first African-American president of the United States.
I've been broke all my life, but I kept hope all them nights. You see business in my city? Yeah, they closed all them twice. I was just riding down Salem, all them damn potholes. I can't drive. I know y'all can fix it faster, but I know y'all won't try. Don't nobody care about us. And that's why I don't vote. Voted for Obama back in 2012. I remember that's when I had hope. He was saying, yes, we can. And everybody got less food stamps. And when I turned 21, I was still broke. I'd never vote again. I don't think I ever had a president make my life better. Did it all on my own. Ain't no politician ever do a nice gesture. I don't even know the man's name. I ain't never seen her one time ever. Tell me how she gonna help the city.